EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. Teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, this defense for the Ravens, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They go play action with Jackson. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for New England. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Jones. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, a run with Strong. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The Patriots at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Jackson. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Come on now. Over the middle, zone coverage where all the eyes are back to the quarterback so they see the ball thrown. How do they get that completed?
Well, they got the hand on it. They tipped it. Just a lucky play for the offense, right?
It was, and for the defense, almost demoralizing. That's one that they should have because they see that play developing all the way through.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Jones throwing on first down. And he gets this to Thornton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tyquan Thornton really got the attention of the NFL when he appeared at the Combine and made a run at the Combine record in the 40 with a 4.28 time, the record at 4.22. He can flat out fly, but when you watch his tape, he also runs routes a lot better than he gets credit for. And with speed like that, he's always going to find a home on an NFL field, and that helps him secure a first down.
Throwing on second down, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Patriots will take over here just shy of the 30. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Here's Pierre Strong to return it from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off the play fake, Jones. And the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Strong again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Strong. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, of that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
And on the stop, Damontae Kazee.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Being chased out left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Hill. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes... Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Patriots 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
People across the league had Dobbins picked as one of the likeliest breakout players for 2021. Unfortunately, that all changed after a torn ACL, but those expectations still remain the same for 2022. This is a guy who many believe can be one of the league's leaders in rushing this season and a true workhorse for the Baltimore backfield.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense